What up, y'all? It's your boy Darius. I'm back with another brand new episode of What Happened. Now, this situation is a one-sided beef right here. One side that took a shot at the other artist, and the other one never respond to it. So, if y'all seen the title, this one says Beyonce versus KeriHilson. What happened? So, I want to go over the history of these two, and I'll talk about about what I think about this situation. So, sit back, relax, y'all. Let's get this thing going. So the beef started in 2009 when KeriHilson dropped her new single "Turn Me On," featuring Lil Wayne, became a huge hit. It was produced by Polo the Don. So in 2009, Polo Don wanted to release the remix of it, featuring T-Pain. Now on the song, she decided to take some shots at Beyonce and Sierra. So go and check it out. What she said.
Your vision cloudy if you think that you the best. You can dance, she can sing, but need to move it.
Don't do it to yourself.
She need to go have some baby. She need to sit down. She faded. The mother chicks ain't even worth my time to talk about. Been had dollars, boy. Go and get your money up. No, you ain't the only homie on me lined up. I ain't turning it off. I'm say turning it on. Go ahead and tell these folks how long I've been writing your songs. I've been putting you on. Just check the credits, ho. And if you want me, you can find me in Decatur, ho. Cause you're turning me out.
So yeah, so once that song came out, everybody started scratching their head. Was that line against Beyonce? So KeriHilson did an interview and she talked about was this the diss towards Beyonce. So check it out what she's saying now.
On that Polo the Don talked you into the studio, leaked a record that's considered a diss song for Beyonce and Sierra. Is that true?
It's considered that. Yes, Polo had this idea. No, he did not leak it. It's not the version Polo wanted out.
Okay.
Especially the version with him talking all over it. You know, it sounds like he's instigating something and giving more meaning into the lyrics than were initially intended. But no, he didn't like force me to do anything. I mean, it was a suggestion, and I told him, okay, I'll try it. You know, I'll try it, and that was just it. He was like, I want it a little more fiery, and that's cool. That's cool with me. I speak my mind, and you know, I make no apologies for it. So, you know, it's a hot verse. I love the verse. Yes, I heard specific names being brought up. No, it's not about that. No, you know, that was not where the energy was. I'm not retracting or you know, feeling some kind of way about how people feel that I'm doing, you know, that I did this. I'm not, I guess that's the only way I could say it. I'm not retracting. It's just that was never the energy behind it.
Okay.
But we did play it for people, and it's considered a leak because we decided not to go with it. And I can prove that because it's like when you do a remix to a song, you kind of want it to be for the remix to come out while the song is really hot still. And the song is hot right now, but it's not number one. So it was a late remix. We did that remix, well, 3 months ago now, and it just now leaked. So if we wanted it to come out, we would have done it while the fire was still burning.
So yeah, so basically she said that Polo Don wanna spark something. So if those don't know, a lot of people remember this Foggy though. Sierra actually responded to that diss track, "Turn Me On" the remix on the song "Basic Instinct You Got Me" off her fourth studio album, Basic Instinct, that released December 14, 2010. And she decided to take shots at KeriHilson. So check out what she's saying there.
See, I was out buying Chanel bags. While I was doing that, you turned up your swag. You got me. Yup, caught me slipping. Forget your hustle on, shawty, I ain't tripping. You got me. I've been in the game since '03. You can try, but you still can't do it like me. You got me. I hate it when they talk about me, but I love it when they talk about me. You got me. I got a little too prissy. I didn't expect y'all just to try to get me. You got me. But I'ma need that. You can go and write your blog. I don't need your feedback. You got me. See, I was on the red carpet when I should have been in the studio laying down hot shit. You got me. Madder than the mother. I can't lie, a bit madder than the mother. You got me. I'm better than the mother. Been up all night like a UPS trucker. You got me. Back up on my job. I'm back up in the trap. Shout it, give me that.
So yeah, so once that song came out, KeriHilson never responded to it. So on 2011, It was a Soul Train Music Awards. Isn't the interview as because there was a magazine between Beyonce and Jay Z, and she asked about the magazine. So check out what she's saying that.
You want to hold the magazine? Just shout out Juicy Mac. You want to hold the magazine? Just shout out Juicy Mac.
You want to hold the magazine?
So yeah, so then 2013, she had addressed the feud once again, and there was Beyonce stands, the Beehives, went attacking Keri Hilson. So she did a Twitter post. So I'm gonna show you what she's saying now. So yeah, so KeriHilson hopped on Twitter, and this is what she said: "It's too much. Please, is everything I tweet gonna be intentionally interpreted as a statement about someone/drama I know nothing about?" So yeah, so yeah. So yeah, so nothing said after that. Then around 2018, Carrie Hilson did an interview. She decided to talk about her personal struggles, about her ups and downs ever since that diss track came out. So I'm gonna show you what she's saying now. Carrie Hilson did an interview back 2018, especially about her depression. This is what she said. Hilson said, "You don't understand. Some of the worst days of my life were from a lie, an attack on my character." So yeah. And then around 2021, Karen did an interview, and she decided to talk about the cancellation between Beyonce and Karen and meet up one on one about their so-called issues. So I'm gonna show you what she's saying now. So Karen did an interview back in April 2021, and this she said about her and Beyonce talking to each other. So she said, during an interview in April 2021, Hilson shared that she and Beyonce had a chance encounter that brought clarity and peace. According to Hilson, Beyonce approached her and introduced herself, creating a healing moment between them. She actually has introduced herself. It was gracefully moment. Keri recalled of the time they actually met. I appreciate. I feel like she understood what happened and what had transpired, and there was a bit of healing in that moment when we met. So yeah. And then around 2025, Kirsten stopped by the Breakfast Club, and the Breakfast Club asked her about the beat between her and Beyonce about the Turn Me On remix. So I'm gonna show you a clip of it of what she's saying that.
It's a regret. It's a regret, but not in the way that people would think, because that's a song that I actually didn't write. Those are not my words. I was on tour. Polo wanted me to do a remix to Turning Me On. He had produced the record, and I wasn't, because I was on tour with Lil Wayne. I wasn't able to like lay anything down. He had been on me for a couple weeks about we need to do a remix. Okay, so I take off. It wasn't happening quick enough for him. I take off. We fly in, and he had another writer in our camp at the time. He had her write this. So he played it for me, like, this is the remix, because I'm thinking I'm coming in to go write a remix to Turning Me On. Like, The whole time I had been writing concepts, like, what would I say? How do I even remix this? Like, what do I want to? So I had lines and I had, things that I would have said, but I come into the studio and he plays me this verse, and I'm like, automatically, I'm like, I'm not saying that. That was my position, and that.
But you knew it was shade when you heard it.
Yeah. You could, but I didn't know really who it was about, but I mean, one could guess, and it just was. I'm an athlete, but I'm a finesse player. I'm not a nasty player. I'm not a dirty player. I don't even look at things like that. I'm competitive I'm also a swimmer, so that's a self sport. That's like an inside game. And that's how I played every sport that I played. So I never found it, but we disagree there, Polo and I, because he believes in kind of the shock jock mentality. He believes in kind of playing dirty to a degree, and I don't.
Yeah, it's not rap.
So exactly. So I tried to fight him on it, and I began writing my own. That's what I did with my time there. But I want to be careful with the word I use. Mm-hmm. It was quite forceful. You know what I mean?
In an executive artist way?
Yeah, in an executive artist way only. Mm-hmm. You know, involving others and kind of threatening my career in a sense, in a real sense. Like, you're not coming, because my album wasn't out yet. Mm-hmm. So it was like, you're not coming out if you don't do this. And the mistake that I made was not continuing to fight. But I was in tears. I was crying. I was adamant that I did not want to do that.
And for people that don't know, you were signed to Polo.
I was signed to Polo and Timbaland.
Correct.
Yep, in a joint venture at Interscope Records.
Yep.
And I was young. I was super young. I felt I had no power. I felt I had no choice. But I did record my version, which had nothing like that in it. It was on subject. The song is about men. And I think days after? He remembers more because he was there.
Wow.
He remembers more. Was it days after when it leaked? It leaked like days after I did it, but he promised me that wouldn't happen, so it leaked. And that was that. And I protected him. I protected the girl that wrote it, who went on to become famous. I protected everyone in the story, so I had to eat that. And I am still eating it to this day. Because I'm getting asked about that 15, however many years, 16, 17 years later. Mm-hmm. It's like I've worn the scarlet letter, really.
Have you ever...
I'm sorry, but when you answer it once, like
it's
give
done.
people an actual answer, I think that makes it go.
They can't ask again.
I was going to say, I think this is the first time I've heard this, like, story.
I have before, but maybe you guys is a beautiful platform, a big one, and maybe, hopefully this is the last time I need to talk about that. But that is definitely a regret of not fighting even stronger. But again, when your career is on the line and they make it that be the way that you perceive the situation, not perceive, but it was pretty clear. But when you're that young, you're just kind of like,
maybe they know better than me.
Right?
I have
like,
to,
maybe. I never felt like they were right. But because my authenticity said the entire time, this can't be the only way to become, like, I was already doing well.
Yeah.
And in my eyes, although it gained the popularity and the recognition, the song, okay, we had a lot of spins, but from that moment on, I was like, this ain't even my path anymore. Now I gotta ride out.
What did Timbaland say?
I think he just went because they were partners. I think he just went along, but I don't remember that we involved him or that he was involved at all, because he hadn't produced that record. But I wonder now. I would love to ask him, like, what did you think about that? What I do know is he went on to work with B and J,
so did Polo,
and tour with him, and so did Polo. And I'm sitting there like, wow. But again, I was trying to keep peace, and also not wanting to put my career. They were still my bosses. I didn't want to put my career further into detriment. So I just didn't want to step in the shit anymore, though. So I didn't want to hold no magazine with her on I just froze. I just was like shook. So whenever anybody brought it up, probably the last time we were here, like, please don't bring up Beyonce. It was probably that kind of environment, because I was shook. I was scared. I was not of her. Like, I love her. I think she's incredible. She's one of the greatest artists of all time. And I'm a fan, like, have always been. That's never been in question for me. But now it's a name I can't say. It's a magazine I can't hold. It's a conversation I don't want to have publicly, just because I don't want to piss anybody off. I don't want to make things even more weird than they already were. I just wanted it to go away. I wanted it to go away. I wanted it off the scarlet letter, you know what I mean? I wanted to clean myself up and just have the career that I wanted to have, but I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know cleaning it up would mean that. It just felt like a messier situation.
I think people understand the industry now. So they understand, like.
So basically that Polo Don, I guess, pressured her to do the remix, because she didn't want to do it because she didn't have no ground because Polo Don and Timbaland were business partners. So and then around Esther Dean decided to post a picture of her and Polo Don. So I'm gonna show you that right now. KeriHilson came out, a lot of people on Twitter was saying that SD wrote the song. One person said the writer was definitely SD. And instant response to that person said, and did it was a hit. And SD wrote the song, co-wrote, but yes. So basically say she did wrote the song for Turn Me On the remix, dissing Beyonce and Sierra. But yeah, so KeriHilson did a post, and this is what she said to S. Dean about co-written the Turn Me On remix. That's what she said. Dean, I personally don't think this is our fight to have. I respect you on this matter for 16 years and intend to do that again yesterday. While finally expressing the truth when asked, but since you're coming to the table, let's be clear. You used the word co-wrote. I rewrote 3 lines in your verse, which was the only battle I won in the whole matter. But you weren't there when all was going down. We didn't write it together. These lines are mine. Been getting the dollars, boys, slide gone. Get your money up. No, you ain't the only homie on me. Line up. The softest section lines about a boy because not only did I strongly disagree with the unnecessary, hateful statements towards other women, and I've never been a fan of the publicity stunt method. I also argue in my trail of attempt that this verse isn't on the subject with the original song, which is how I even got those 3 lines on the remix. They were taken from the ideas of the lines. They were taken from the ideas and lines in my phone that I mentioned in the full interview. You choose to stay quiet for 16 years, but coming out only now when you felt a portion of the heat I gotten all this time. I really wasn't going to discuss this anymore, but in that interview we talk about the backlash of not speaking up for myself. So I just want to finally clear the air respectfully. And for those who only watched the clip, I suggest you watch the full interview. Love. So yeah, she just put this whole situation to bed now. So yeah. So Anthony hopped on Twitter and she apologized to KeriHilson about the Turn Me On remix. So this is what she said. I submitted a lot of verses for that remix. One got picked, and it was co-written with Keri. Looking back, it was childish and didn't age well. I see how it hurt people, especially women, and I took full accountability. I worked with and supported many women since, but that doesn't erase the moment. I'm sorry for my part, and growth is real, and so is this apology. So yeah, so she apologized of her part in the Turn Me On remix. And then they went back and forth, talk about the situation. So pretty much KeriHilson want to put this to rest. So nothing said after that. So yes. So my thing is about this whole situation. I look at it because when the song came out, I was like, okay, was it a diss toward Beyonce? Because I was trying to figure out what did Beyonce do to KeriHilson? Because Beyonce don't bother nobody. So now looking back at it, Pulling Down must have pressure to drop that remix. Because KeriHilson didn't want to diss no artist. Because she was a newcomer artist. Because the first single, Turn Me On, featuring Lil Wayne, was a hit record. Because I remember the song though. So when the remix came out, because I was like, okay, was this a diss to Beyonce and Sierra? So apparently it was though. So my thing is for Polo Don, what was your motive though? That's how I look at it though. What was your motive? 'Cause I know Polo Don he worked with Beyonce and Jay-Z, so does Timbaland as well though. Because I want to know what Timbaland think about this whole situation. So maybe he might talk about it in the near future. So I don't know if Polo Don still doing Mrs. Still though. Probably not though. So yesterday she made her part as well though. When she said a quote written, which KeriHilson said that she didn't write it, so Anthony must have wrote KeriHilson's verse though. So KeriHilson did, Dean did apologize to it. So I really hope maybe in the near future we could see Beyonce and Keri do a track together. I mean, never know, anything can happen though. So my thing is, like, I didn't like that one because she was in a weird position because she couldn't say no because maybe her new album didn't would come out though. So that's why she had to do it. So she was pressured to do it though. So yeah, so I look at it like Kirsten could just say walk away from the situation. So that's how I look at it though. So Paul Dunn, I don't know, maybe Tim, like I said, I hope maybe Timberlake make it talk about it, how he feel about it though. So yeah, so that's it this episode, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about this whole situation. Who you think is at fault of this? Do you blame Paula Dawn, Esther Dean for this, for getting Kirsten's ear, try to pressure her and force her to drop that diss track, or you blame Kirsten herself? I don't know what you guys think though. Make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. What beef you want me to do on the What Happened series? I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, y'all.